Breaking news, Ashton Kutcher is officially stepping down from his nonprofit Thorn. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and I hope you guys checked out this morning's video. It was a great one. We had Molly McPherson on, a PR crisis expert. I think the algorithm messed up the video, but she said some amazing things, and one of them that she said was that he needed to do this step that he just did. So we were on top of this. There's more she thinks he should do, and I hope you guys will check it out, because again, I think there was an algorithm issue this morning. That said, update, yes, this comes in from Thorn, his nonprofit, which stops SA and trafficking of I got to be careful of the words, but serious stuff that Ashton Kutcher and this organization has been a part of. And yeah, it was definitely messy that he was still involved. So here is the update. Today we are sharing that Ashton, our co-founder, will be resigning from his role as board chair at Thorn, effective immediately. This decision is rooted in the recognition of recent events and ensuring Thorn remains focused on its mission to build technology to defend children from SA. This is the letter that Ashton sent today. Thorn board, after my wife and I spent several days of listening, personal reflection, learning, and conversations with survivors and the employees and leadership at Thorn, I have determined the responsible thing for me to do is resign as chairman of the board, effective immediately. I cannot allow my error in judgment to distract from our efforts and the children we serve. As you know, I have worked for 15 years to fight for people who are SA'd. Victims of SA have been historically silenced, and the character statement I submitted is yet another painful instance of questioning victims who are brave enough to share their experiences. This is precisely what we have all worked to reverse over the last decade. The mission must always be the priority, and I want to offer my heartfelt apology to all victims of SV and everyone at Thorn who I hurt by what I did. And to the broader advocacy community, I'm deeply sorry. I remain proud of what we have accomplished in the past decade and will continue to support Thorn's work. Thank you for your tireless advocacy and dedication of this cause. Sincerely, Ashton Kutcher. So a big, obviously, notice there is that he's acknowledging the mistake he made. So yeah, this is a big admission, and doing it through this is definitely a PR move, probably a wise one, if we're being honest. And so, yeah, interesting. I want to offer, by what I did, the people that I'm hurt, I cannot allow my error in judgment is what I was trying to look. I cannot allow my error in judgment of defending his friend is what he's now coming in. It is a very smart way of saying, yes, I made a mistake. This was my judgment. Does he actually submitted? This is precisely what we've done. Mission. Does he say sorry? Yes, I am deeply sorry. Okay, so there's the official apology. I was just making sure because I'm reading this. This is breaking. I'm reading with you guys as we are. Here's what Thorn then added. The voices and experience of victims and survivors are not just central to our work. They're its heartbeat. Each step we take as an organization is taken with survivor stories and experiences, guiding us and informing us on commitment to building a better future for all children. Thorn is staffed by a group of individuals that have passionately dedicated their careers to defending children from SA. We remain steadfast in our mission, mindful of the trust our community places in us, and confident in our collective dedication to continue the vital work ahead. Over the last 15 years, we've become a leader in the child safety ecosystem, and undeniable progress has been made towards achieving our vision of a world where cutting-edge technology is proactively developed to defend children. To date, Thorn has helped the tech industry move over 2 million potential files from the open web, helping to end the cycle of and stop re-victimization. Every day, our tools help those on the front lines identify victims, remove them from harm as quickly as possible. Thorn's tools have led to the identification of more than 27,000 children and counting. We've empowered parents and youth with prevention tools and resources, influenced policy designed to protect children, and conducted and shared research to help the entire ecosystem better understand the issue to do their part to prevent. We would not be the Thorn we are today without Ashton's contributions. He's played a significant role in the impact we have made, and we are grateful for his participation over the last 15 years. For the past decade, I've worked with Ashton on child protection issues, says Thorn board member Ernie Allen. He has been a strong champion for children and worked tirelessly to protect them from SA. Though the creation of the DNA Foundation that later became Thorn, he helped build the organization into a major global resource for law enforcement, tech companies, and others in the fight against essayed, he made a difference. Ashton founded Thorn over a decade ago with one goal in mind: to protect children from SA and give them the childhood they deserve, said Susan Bell, board member of Thorn. His unwavering dedication and commitment to Thorn throughout its journey have enabled the organization to become the leader that it is in child safety ecosystem. It has been my privilege to join him on this mission. While the last few days have challenged us all in new ways, we remain steadfast in our mission, mindful of the trust our community places in us, and confident in our collective dedication to the children we serve. We humbly ask for the continued support of our community partners and support as we continue our commitment to building a world where every child can be safe, happy. So look, there's a few takeaways. One, yes, smart move on Ashton's part. He needed to do this. This is something he needed to do. There was too much out there. He did make that mistake. He still sort of was unclear. This was a very smart way to take some accountability, which is what a lot of us have wanted him to do, to acknowledge his error and to remove himself to be from this role model position of this organization and the benefits that it comes with. That was really, I think, what a lot of us were having trouble with, that he was sort of now not defending victims while being a voice for victims. And that was the hypocrisy there. So now that this has happened, I say it's a good move. It's hard to not see this all as a PR move in itself, right? Let's keep it honest. To not only have him sort of put this out and then let clearly all the media was alerted. This is sort of him tail between his legs, accepting a punishment, acknowledging his error in judgment and being deeply sorry. He's still not really firmly coming clear on what he feels in the Danny case. This is a very mid-ground place, but also taking a punishment in that he's going to remove himself. The responsible thing for him to do is resign. And what's also interesting is that Thorn didn't ask him to. In fact, not only is he deciding that it was the responsible thing to do, he's resigning, but then this whole letter is then defending Thorn's work, because let's keep it also honest, a lot of people have now been questioning Thorn and where its money has gone and what has it actually done. And again, I'm not accusing them of anything. I haven't been able to go deep enough to really find any proof that says otherwise, but it's very clearly damage control in Thorn's brand in itself. And then they go ahead and write a letter of recommendation for Ashton, similar to what Ashton did for Danny. So, they're here defending him. Ashton's done this forever. He's really helped us. We wouldn't be here without him. He's a huge role model in stopping all this stuff. They're pumping him up. So this is an exit while the organization is so almost clearly like saying, we support him and, whatever. And look, it's true. He needs to leave because it's a distraction, regardless of what you think. I know a lot of you aren't Team Ashton right now. This is the responsible thing to do. And he did it. He did it within the week, which is smart. He got it, and he did it on a Friday. That's always a smart move because it's the weekend and the news teeters out. And so he's going to try and get this out end of day Friday when most journalists are stopping and people are going to enjoy their weekends. Whenever you want to drop something like that, you do it on a Friday at the end so people aren't really paying as much attention. Another PR trick. But all that said, what do you guys think? I'm curious. This is now all over. It's starting to break. And it's one, yes, smart move. He needed to do this. We've talked about it. And I implore you, if you haven't already, check out this morning's video. I'll put it at the end with Molly. Really fascinating break. She's really so smart. I really appreciate her insight. And yes, this was one thing she was very adamant about. And now it's good to see that it's happening. Regardless of what you think on Ashton, if we're being too harsh or not harsh enough, this was a necessary step. But has he really owned and taken accountability for what he's done? He's clearly saying he's going to take some time more, and he has been. And so he's acknowledging he needs to step down, and he did. That's a big step and good. But should everyone have turned this into a PR piece for Ashton? Look, they feel like he's good. They've done it. That's the whole issue with Danny. Like, just come out and be clear. What's your stance on Danny and the allegations? I think a lot of people would forgive Ashton more if he acknowledged the wrong that his friend did. And granted, we got to be honest, that's a hard thing to do. Who are we to dig up our past? We're all human. I'm no moral compass either. We all have our issues. We all have our skeletons. It's not good when people are digging for him. And the only reason they did that is because he put himself on this moral high ground. Ashton did. And I think he needs to reality check it. And I think he needs to take a break back and realize what he's done. He's got a lot of money too. So he can fall back and do some of his other things quietly and move on. That's probably what he's going to do, is my guess. Is this enough for you guys, though? A lot of you were still upset. When we did our video yesterday, you were not happy. You wanted more exposed on him. What do you think? Is this a step in the right direction? Do you feel like this is too much of a puff piece? Do you think this was fair of the organization to have his back? A lot of questions I got. I want to hear them down in the comments down below. Before you do, make sure if you haven't already, you've been watching this story, hit that subscribe button. Hope we've earned it. Hit the bell, smash that thumbs up or thumbs down. Either way, engagement works. And leave your comments down below. I'd love your thoughts. And yes, I'm going to put that video with Molly right there in the big left. If you didn't watch it, click it, because what should happen next? She has some more thoughts, and she got this one right on the money. Thanks for watching.
Go, Planet!